Hi there, Libra. It is Sebastian doing your reading. I do apologize for being a little bit late, but I have had a few things to do with accounting. I'm almost finished, and I just need to be a little bit more focused with my time management. Having said that, I'm thinking about going into lives and I'm thinking of doing weekly readings. So just bear with me whilst I go through this process of organizing everything, making sure everything's okay, and I'm accountable for all the other priorities that I have in my life. So let's continue with the reading, Libra. So right now, in the present position, you are feeling fulfilled. There's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of, look, I think that for some of you, it's been rough. Sure, I think that it's been rough for a lot of people, but I think that with you in particular, you've had less rough moments and you've had better moments in time, which is really nice to see and really nice for you to pick yourself up from any rough moments or have some positivity at the end of the day when it comes to moments of struggle. Now, I mean, we are all in the same boat, all in the same shit that sometimes we have moments of, great happiness and sometimes moments of great struggle. But right now, you're in a really peaceful spot with happiness. There's a lot of movement and speed in this current time, and the cards are saying that you should continue your movement and speed, that your destiny, whatever it is that you are trying to attract or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you're moving forward in a way that's beneficial for you, but you just need to keep up the speed with that. Recently, in the past, you've had a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of new ideas, visions. You've been concentrating a lot. You've been looking at the truth, and you've been really the fostering what's there that's good for you, and how to implement the truth and how to be with the truth. There's a lot of talks with the cards in that respect, and I think that's a good thing. I don't see that as a bad thing at all. Also, in your past, there's been a lot of inspiration, a lot of creativity, a lot of insight, and that with that, you've utilized your intuition. You've created your hopes and dreams, your goals that were relative to the past were involved. What was involved with that was inspiration, creativity. There was a lot of clarity and vision in the past to be able to get you to where you are right now. And I think that in all this, there was a lot of healing. There was a lot of um, moving forward with particular plans due to healing from the past. So I don't know if a project in the past was related to healing or coaching or supporting or like whatever you did in the past to get that clarity to complete this project. There was a lot of I guess looking into supporting people in a way that that you were healing them, and you were very lucky in that component. And obviously, it brought in a new beginning for you. It brought in a lot of clarity for you, and it also brought in a lot of um, I guess it wouldn't be luck, I suppose. I think that your intuition spoke up a lot. Like you had a lot of intuition, and I don't know if the intuition told you that you needed to set your sights on or your goals on art, music, or helping people. So there's something around that, like artistry, helping people. You're using your intuition a lot. If it's not artistry or helping people, you are using your intuition a lot to get to where you are now. And that's not a problem at all. I think that you've done well in that factor to be able to, I guess, be where you are. I think that you've done really, really good. So in that regard, having that kind of moment of clarity or having that kind of understanding of yourself and moving forward with um, aspects of yourself, which is nice that you had clarity and you had all these intuitions and you had vision. The inside for future influences, just be really careful because it looks like there could be some instability if you don't look after yourself in a way that you're looking at all aspects of your journey. So like some people in their journey often go, oh, I don't want to look after my relationships, or I don't want to look after um uh I don't want to look after my finances. Like you have to in your journey right now, you have to look at every aspect of your journey to be able to sustain it. So if finances is lacking and you're not able to do your finances, I think ensuring that you do your finances now and you look after your finances, I think doing that will really, really help you. Let's have a look furthermore about other aspects. So you've been looking at housing in particular. You've been waiting for people to talk to you about your housing, and you've experienced a lot of stress in regards to a response to. and that's that there is a bit of instability, right? And whether it's your house or somebody else's house, there has been some kind of understanding that you need to look after it, or you need to be aware of it to make sure that you're successful and there's a better outcome for you at the end of the day, which is nice to see that you're looking into it. But I think that's where things will become undone, especially with this month and the few months in the future, because your card reading is actually really positive, really nice card reading, really nice insights, really nice positive things going on for you. But it does clarify that if you don't look after an actual aspect, it's just going to run away from you, and it's going to cause some stress in the future. It's going to cause some instability. So you just have to make sure that you monitor that and you look after yourself through this process to be able to not experience that. Also, in the past, you'd had negative feelings, or right now, you've got negative feelings about walking away and letting go of something. And I think that's where your journey began, right? About 3 months ago, 6 months ago. Actually, the cards are speaking about a year ago too. So you'd started a journey. It's ended up really successful for you. But the main resentment or the main form of what you're going through is that you had to leave things behind to be able to get to this process. I just don't think that's a thing to be negative about. I get that possibly, 'cause sometimes people go, how do you know? I hear this line quite a lot. Like, how do you know the grass is greener on the other side when you let things go? Like, how do you know that a business will succeed when you let something really nice go in the past? Like, how do you know that's going to work out for you? How do you know the grass is greener on the other side? I get that a lot, like a lot of questions around that. And I think that when it comes to expanding yourself and looking into business in particular, when you're looking to growth, when you're looking into more money, that sometimes when you come across things like with the when you see the past through the future's lens, yeah, sometimes you do. Here's the thing, that's the trick. Look at the future in the future's lens as opposed to looking in the past. So it's looking at in the future with the past lens, because I think that when you see the future as it is and you see your past in the future, no one has any regrets. But when you start comparing things like, oh, it was so better then, and things like that, it just paints your future. And that's not the perspective you should be looking at. So I think try to keep yourself away from the lies and the sneakiness and the betrayal you're providing yourself. Obviously, sure, the past, it could be just an aspect like relationships you're really stuck on, and you're thinking, this person was really good for me, and why didn't I uh, do something? Or why didn't I stay? Or why didn't I tell this person at the time that they meant the world to me? It's fine. Sometimes when we do these endeavors or when we try to do things that are outside of us and we want to do more, sometimes it runs away and we're not sure what we're doing to really um, get back on track, right? So whoever and whatever happened in the past, let them go. It's obviously the past now, and I think that you're much more successful right now for it. And if you looked at your past in your future lenses, you would see that your future is much brighter and better. So think about that in that aspect. So in your family and your friends, there's a lot of self-evaluationing, a lot of like awakening. There's a lot of spiritual outcomes and purpose and reflection that your family and your friends are experiencing. There's a lot of like judgment as well. There's a lot of like looking back into what happened and saying yes to the circumstances at hand right now. Sure, your family has had a lot of upheaval. There's a lot of prayers that your family is doing. I get that a lot of people go through a transition with their family, but it seems for you it's a bit unlucky this month because you're feeling it in all aspects. I think that if you're feeling it in all aspects and if you're feeling it now, it's okay to go through these circumstances. Just ensure that you have your I guess ways to cope during intense transitions. And I think that you're going to be fine if you've got ways to cope. So, with regards to your hopes and your ideals and things like that moving forward, you're very practical, you're very reliable, you're seeing things in a very kind of slow and steady kind of way. You're hardworking and you're committed, which is nice, and you're patient through this process. And whatever question that you had on mind just then, when I spoke about this card in particular and your hopes and dreams, the answer is yes. And the number 12 is a very lucky number for you. There's a lot of spirituality that's coming forward. Like you've got to go back to your spirituality, or you're looking back into getting into your spirituality that you had before in the past. Whatever it is, I always say spirituality is a good thing for people. And if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. The color yellow is very prominent with you as well. So I would really gravitate towards the color yellow right now in this month. There's a lot of friends who are making a lot more money right now, which is what you're looking at as well. You know, when you've got successful friends, it kind of pushes you up to be successful as well. So I get it, Libra. There's a lot of like incentive to drive forward, do things, and create things in a way that's conducive of your success. Keep going, because I think that you're not going to stop with that, and I think that you deserve all the success that's coming for you. You just need to keep your eyes on the prize and move forward. So the outcome of everything is that teamwork is really, really necessary and really constructive for the now. If you ensure that you're doing a lot of teamwork, if you ensure that you're doing things to harness that teamwork, I think you're going to get the outcome that you deserve and that you aspire to. Libra, what a great month for you. The cards are just basically saying you've done well in life. They're just to keep it up. There's no need to slow down your progression, and there's no need to look into the past, certainly. I enjoyed your reading this month, Libra. See you soon.